Florida judge says a pregnant 16-year-old is not mature enough for an abortion and thus should have her child and become a mother. Court of Appeals agreed with the judge in Florida. The teenager is not established by clear and convincing evidence that she is sufficiently mature to decide whether to terminate her pregnancy. This is the three-judge panel from the Florida Appeals Court. At the time of her case, she was 10 weeks pregnant and parentless in Florida, where abortion is legal up until 15 weeks. Mae Davis worked in the White House counsel's office under President Trump. Obviously, you feel for everybody in a case like this in so many different ways. At some point, though, how are Republicans going to justify, when obviously this is going to become an attack ad, that a woman is mature enough to have a kid and not mature enough to decide that she should have an abortion or not?
Well, so I think we have to back up a little bit and remember that parental notifications and parental consent laws are extremely popular. So 64% of voters agree that minors should get parental consent or have parental notification, and only 25% oppose that. You know, there's some undecided there. And 35 states have these types of laws. And Florida's especially, this has been on the books since 2005. So if somebody's got a problem with the law, they really need to take it up with Jeb Bush, who signed it. This is not some sort of new Roe versus Wade thing. You know, this is really coming out now to attack Republicans, but none of this is new. Massachusetts has a parental consent law. But, you know, I think that Republicans really need just like, the maturity line is one that the Supreme Court has set, because they said that, yes, minors do have rights under Roe versus Wade, but abortion is not always in the best interest of a minor. And I think that that's true. And if Republicans can't explain why abortion is sometimes not in a minor's best interest, then yeah, Republicans deserve to lose. But I think that's a pretty easy case to make.
I'm thinking about this is from the dissenting judge's opinion. The teenager insisted she is sufficiently mature to make the decision, saying she's not ready to have a baby, doesn't have a job, is still in school, and the father is unable to assist her. We can argue back and forth that this 15 weeks is a Ron DeSantis law, on and on and on. You can just see this, though, becoming an issue in November. Already abortion is not been helpful to Republicans on the ballot. I'm thinking about Kansas. How worried are those who are so excited when the Dobbs decision came down, overturning Roe? Now, like, from an election standpoint, this may not work out so well.
You know, I don't think it's time for concern. I think even if, let's just take this case, for example, the reason I don't think that this case makes a very good attack ad is that, and you can see from this concurrence dissent opinion, the minor went in at 10 weeks to ask the court whether she didn't want to notify her parents at all, can't find the parents, doesn't have a legal guardian, that type of thing. And the court basically saw that she had originally wanted to keep her baby, and then now she decided she didn't. She had had a recent death of a friend. And so the court didn't say, you may never have an abortion. The court said, it kind of seems like you're not ready to make this decision today, now, right now. So why don't you come back? You've got more than a month, right? You've got 15 weeks, you're at 10 weeks. So that type of thing I think is extremely beneficial, because here's the worst case scenario. She decides she wants to abort the baby on a Tuesday, aborts the baby on a Wednesday, and on Thursday decides she wants to keep the baby. Well, guess what? You've already aborted the baby. And so on Thursday, she has committed what she considers now to be murder.
I guess the question, May, is how can Republicans live in a world, right, where they are denying choice to women, even very early in a pregnancy, when, if you want to flip the polling around, abortion very early in pregnancy also polls very well, or the right to it.
Right. I do think you're right. So, you know, there's kind of a switch that flips for Americans around 12, 13-ish weeks. That's around where Europe is. So I think that for Republicans to defend very, very early laws, you know, 6-week bans earlier than that, it is tough. It's tough. And, you know, that's why I don't actually see the trend moving in that direction. I think you actually will see the trend moving maybe a little bit more cautious now that, you see what voters.
Well, the elections have consequences in both in terms of results and in terms of policies going forward. Hey, May, we always appreciate the nuanced conversation on this one. It's a tough topic. It's important to have.
All right. Thanks, Leland.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.